Ooh, look at this thing. This thing was fun to build. So this company is a window cleaner down south of Perth. Currently running in vans and trailers and is creating one hell of a build that does everything pressure, everything soft wash and window cleaning. So we've got some really, really cool things to go through and show you. So we'll start on the front here. We've put on a massive, nice aluminium toolbox with drawers. We've got a couple of batteries on board, so we've got a couple of chargers that we can charge both the batteries in, or all plumbed in, running to the both batteries. So at the end of the day, all he has to do is plug in, and we'll keep things running, because we do have some things grabbing a fair bit of power. Heaps of storage space. We've got some extra guns in here, everything else that came with everything, instruction booklets, a couple of remotes, because this one does have pretty much everything on remote control. So we've got a big one of the big 90 amp hour batteries. So this runs our 4 electric Titan hose reels. Up top we've got 100 meters of 3/8 non-marking grey hose. At the end we've got a nice Mazzoni swivel and the DN10 ball valve to switch attachments. Below we've got 75 meters of our blue, really nice soft and flexible soft wash hose. We've got swivel on the end with our stainless quick connects and J-rod nozzles. So that's one gun that we provide. We also provide the big red washdown gun. All right. Still keeping with the reel. So we've got 2 hose reels for his window cleaning setup. So he's got 120 meters on each hose reel, electric again, and we've got about 20 meters of pole tube on there as well. We'll get to that side in a minute, but if we just have a quick look down here, so we've got our indicator lights there and there, so they're going to indicate when we have chemicals running through the soft wash pump, which, speaking of, again, another awesome build with our Lowara 19-stage booster pump. So an absolute weapon of a soft wash pump, all completely 316 stainless steel casing, internals, all of your seals are all Viton, ready for a long use. We've got our control box here, so this whole system is separated from everything else, so in case something does go wrong, all electrics, all the power is all in one bit, nice and easy to replace, so we don't have any problems with anything else. This is we've got an electric box for everything else, for our 3-way valves, our lights and buttons and things. So in behind there, we've got 4 40 amp circuit breakers, so they run both the hose reels. We've got enough power in each one of those to actually run 2 of them at once. We should be able to run, 2 of them at once. Not they all generally need to. So yeah, again, we've got the control box for everything in there, and there's your RF board in there for the remote stuff. So this one does come equipped, again, this is our 3-way ball valve, which is remote operated. So by default, basically this soft wash pump, which comes in from this side, goes up and out to our reel. By default, it's pulling from that side, which is the tank over there. And then on this side, we've got this one that goes to our proportional, which we'll show you in a moment. So just to show you that system real quick, we've got our remote here. So button letter A on here is not going to do anything apparently. Had the battery in the wrong way, nice one. So when we press A, got our lights to indicate that we're going to be switching over to chemical. Now you can hear this one switching, and then now it's going to pull from our proportioner. So once we've set up our mixture, so now we're pulling from there. When we go back to rinse, click that, lights turn off, you can hear it switch back. These valves also come with an Allen key that will manually be able to change in that little key there. So got a little bit of a redundancy that you don't get on many other valves. So you can see, got our pressure switch there, which is all run by, it is a 12 volt pressure switch, which is run by the electrics in here, coming from the 240 volt power, comes up to our hose reel and out. So moving along back to the side here, so this is all part of the window cleaning setup. So this is part of the window cleaning setup. So both reels have a pump, so Pentair SureFlow, 6.7 litres a minute, I believe. Two of them connected to a pump controller as well. So both pumps pull directly from a pure water buffer tank, which will show as part of the pure water system over there. So from here we can turn these on and control the flow per pump. So if we don't need to use as much for a certain job, we can control them that way too. So that's all run by this control box here with a couple of override switches in case your remotes stop working. Just below there we've got our 4-banger proportioner. So this is our chemical metering system for the Softwash pump. We're going to have these available very soon, just waiting for some more valves to come. So if you've only seen of these before, we've got our water, our soap, our SH, and then this one has a pure water one as well. So we have a 450 litre buffer tank for pure water storage, so we can actually shut all of these off and pull pure water from that tank at 30 to 40 litres per minute, which is really cool. Wash down your truck at the end of the day so it stays nice and clean. But yeah, pretty simple. We've got our numbers on here to dial in. These are obviously a percentage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our soap dial to dial that in, and our water. Got a 50 litre soap tank, nice and easy to fill from the back here. We've put in a drop stick as part of it as well, just in case they want to put it into maybe a biocide or something else. Nice and easy to take out, put back in. 200 litres of SH, so client can just jump up here, put their tank in there and drop in their SH into the tank nice and easily from the top there. Obviously we supply a gun for the pressure cleaner there. On board, customer plans on putting a fridge and a microwave, a nice kitchen on board, so 10,000 watts, 10 kilowatt generator, plenty of power to run it. Nice BE1, electric start, quite quiet. 20 litres of petrol, 20 litres of diesel. They run the pressure cleaner and the boiler. Let me tell you, these were hard to come by. Then we'll run through that one last, but we've also got our pressure cleaner here. So a Honda powered GX690, again, Comet powered, 33 litre a minute, 3600 PSI pump, so plenty of flow. Got the new Honda exhaust, which are quite nice. Interpump K1 unloader, so they're a soft start unloader, so none of that massive pulse when you go on the trigger. And you got the pressure switch there to see. That's the other battery that we run for the pressure cleaner and the boiler. I like to have redundancies for things so they can get charged up every night through that charging system that I just showed you. Sorry for the wind again, because these boilers do take a lot of power. This is the bigger Mazzoni 30 litre a minute one. Still can run a bit of a 33 litres a minute, just slightly colder, but still just extremely hot. So we can quite easily turn that guy on and get going. This is your hour meter, by the way. we've got our water feed, which I didn't actually show you at the start there, but I'll show you the end. Water feed goes in through the front there and fills up. Got a high flow float in there to stop it when it gets full. So this truck is a Fuso Canter 515, I think, city cab. Obviously they've got a crew of guys. They're going to hope to have a crew of guys to run this bad boy, but yeah. Being a window cleaner, we've made up this custom window cleaning pure water system, similar to the drone washing build that we did, but this thing is really awesome, really cool. It's actually powered by a 240 volt pump in the back there, so another Lowara, just a slightly smaller 10 stage, which can be plugged. We've got it plugged in now to show you, but it can run. We can run both. We can actually run that system, the other Softwash system, off the one generator, or we can run it off the customer's power as well. So if we run through this, so essentially that pipe there, we pull water directly from the bottom of the tank, comes up through a 1 inch, nice big 1 inch pipe, which goes to our carbon filter, the granular activated carbon filter. Comes out through here and is split into a multiple 100 psi membrane setup. We've got this guy here is a air release valve. So what we find if we pulling water from the tank comes out through the bottom here, we're actually essentially creating a vacuum and a siphon. So it'll just continue to empty your tank essentially. So when the system is pressurized, it closes up. When it's not, it just introduces air into it, so it breaks that vacuum, so we don't just leak out. So we've got double membranes, and they come out the bottom, they come up and into our double resin tanks to do our final filtering. So our RO membranes are going to remove 95% of our stuff we want to filter out, 95% of our TDS. So we get our TDS down from 490 down to about 28, 30 out of this setup. And then it goes through the final two, so it's 2 8-litre setups, all on cam locks. So all it is simply take off those 4 cam locks, pull them out, fill up your resin again. They're just sitting in a strap, both strapped in, so nice and easy to take out and remove. These membranes come out the top, so really nice and simple to do. So out of this system, we're getting, first of all, once everything goes through here, up and into the buffer tank for the pure water. And then our waste line comes out the side here to a valve and dumps out the bottom. So essentially we just are turning this valve to start creating our pressure. So out of this custom made system, we're getting 11 litres a minute of pure water. All right. So once the tank starts to get filled up, we've got our wiring here. So we've got 2 float valves. We get to the top here, the tank will shut off. And as it starts to get used, as it comes down to this second float here, then it'll start up again and it'll eventually go back up, and it just cycles between those 2 bits depending on how much you're obviously using. When you've got a Softwash pump, if he's doing that, he's going to be using 30 to 40 litres a minute with obviously 10 litres going in, which is usable. So yeah, simple system used. We can start it up and it's going to grab water from the tank and start to come through out there. So we can do our pre-flush of the system before the job. You know, for argument's sake, it's been 5 minutes. We can then just switch that. We've got a perfect sized hole that's been drilled into the valve, which will get us it's about a 60-40 ratio. So 60% of the water's coming out there, 40% going into the tank. So now we're getting water that'll be going through the tank, coming back up there at 0 TDS. Again, once that tank fills up to the top there, it's going to shut off. At the end of the job, and we can always start the system up and flush everything through like you normally would. Pumper overrides here for If the tank is full, obviously the system's going to be shut off and you won't be able to start up the pump. So that way we can actually force it to turn back on, where we can flush the system. Just to quickly show you this, I forgot to before, but the system for our 2 water filtration reels as well is on a remote control system, so we can actually remotely turn these pumps on. So now that one's running, and then we can press B, and then we've got both of them running. Still adjust. How good was that? Our feed hose hidden up here nicely as well. Feed hose reel, storage only. So just a manual one for this one. So storage only to bypass that 1/2 inch manifold, which comes up. Here we've provided 40 meters of feed hose. Goes straight through there, up into the buffer tank. Again, 450 litre buffer tank, 450 litre pure water tank as well. So super fun to build this one. Hopefully in the future we can build more of these onto a nice repeatable skid. This is the last one that we're actually building in the home shed, so we're actually moving next week into a warehouse, which is really exciting. So if anyone ever has any questions about this build or anything else, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks guys, thanks for watching.